Hey folks, this is the other Barack coming to you live and direct from North Carolina. We have an update from Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu where he goes in on the ICC. Let's hear from him and talk about it at the end of the video.
Thank you, Prime Minister Orban. Thank you, Victor. This is a very moving day for me. I remembered on the flight here that I came here in 1991 as a Deputy Foreign Minister of Israel to reestablish the relations between Hungary and Israel. I didn't know very much about Hungary at the time. I knew Pushkash, Goulash, Zsa Gabor, and some knowledge of Hungarian history, your struggles. You had exited the ravages of World War II, only to be under a new type of occupation. And it took you many decades to liberate yourself and establish Hungary as an independent country. So that offered some similarity to our travails, which were on a different scale. A third of our people were murdered in World War II, in the Holocaust. We had to overcome great odds to reestablish our sovereignty in our ancient homeland. And it was a question of time when these two histories would meet and begin the great alliance that is now developed. You have, in your leadership, have done remarkable things for Israel and the Jewish people. You support Israel proudly, unstintingly. You stand with us at the EU. You stand with us at the UN. And you've just taken a bold and principled position on the ICC, and I thank you, Victor. This is not only important for us, it's important for all democracies. It's important to stand up to this corrupt organization that has equated a democracy that is challenged for its very existence by the most horrific terroristic powers on earth. But the ICC directs its actions against us. Fighting a just war with just means, and of course not against our tormentors, not really. This is important for all of us, for all of civilization, as we fight this battle against barbarism.
The largest amount of children killed.
I dare to say, I don't think the last, but the first state that walks out of this corruption and this rottenness. And I think it'll be deeply appreciated. Our tormentors, not really. This is important for all of us, for all of civilization, as we fight this battle against barbarism. And you are the first, I dare to say, I don't think the last, but the first state that walks out of this corruption and this rottenness. And I think it'll be deeply appreciated, not only in Israel, but in many, many countries around the world. You've taken a very bold stance against anti-Semitism that has reared its head, as you said, in Europe. You don't allow it, you don't tolerate it. You recognize that anti-Semitism today is masked by the guise of anti-Zionism. You adopted the IRA definition of anti-Semitism, which says that if you're against the Jewish state, you're anti-Semitic. You can't say, well, I'm not against Hungarians, I just don't think there should be a Hungary. I'm not against Jews, I just don't think there should be a Jewish state. That's what these anti-Semites are doing. And without a Jewish state, there's no Jewish people. So your position on anti-Semitism, both inside Hungary and outside Hungary, is one that others should adopt as well. You treat the Jewish community, as you said, in an exemplary fashion, and you seek to provide it not only with its security, but also the ability to conduct Jewish life here in the best possible way. Perhaps some of our Israeli guests here don't know, but Hungary also takes care today of Israel's football teams because they have to practice somewhere. They have to play outside. Hungary enables them to play here, and so other sports as well. And this is all a sign of a deep friendship, a deep alliance that has evolved, I could say that it's turning, as you say, into also an alliance in practical matters. Tourism, many Israelis are coming here. Investments, many Israeli business people are coming here. They like Hungary. They like Budapest. Who cannot? But they also, you also see it in the, of course, in the cooperation on technology, defense matters, which is growing, and it's important, and in many other fields. But I would say that our cooperation goes deeper than that, because I believe we are fighting a similar battle for the future of our common civilization. Our Judeo-Christian civilization, Western civilization as we understand it, it's under assault right now for one powerful quarter, and that's radical Islam. Radical Islam in the Middle East is spearheaded by one country, and that's Iran. It has proxies, the three H's, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, and others. But the center, the pulsating engine is Iran. We were attacked by Iran's proxies in a murderous campaign by Hamas terrorists who raped our women, beheaded our men, burnt our babies, and took hostages. Were committed to bring back home all of them, including a hostage of Hungarian citizenship, Hungary. We discussed this. We'll bring them back all home. But we will smash the Iranian axis, the Iranian terror axis, which threatens not only us, but Europe and many of our neighbors in the Middle East. We're committed to doing so. And by doing that, we are also protecting Europe. Maybe there are some in Europe who don't understand this, but Viktor Orban understands this. He understands this common battle for our values, for our interests, and for our common security. And I want to thank you for that. There are many areas for future cooperation. We'll discuss them later today. We have already begun to do so. But I discovered that my knowledge of Hungary, though increasing, is still deficient. Because on the way over here, Prime Minister Orban told me that in this hall, in this very hall, Beethoven played the piano. I didn't know that. I'd like to challenge any one of the Israelis who are here, if they knew that, and if they would, you get extra bonus points. But it tells you what a rich tapestry of culture Hungary offers. We in Israel, the Jewish people, have a rich tapestry of culture. And this partnership, this friendship today is unparalleled. May it grow even further. May it grow even stronger. Thank you, my friend Victor.
Mr. Prime Minister, thank you. Prime Minister.
A lot of people are going to hate videos like this because lots of them just look at Bibi Netanyahu as a baby killer and the man behind the war. And believe me, I've said it a gajillion times. I'll say it a gajillion and one. He needs to go. Like, you can't be prime minister, president, coach, king, prince, queen, whatever you want to call it, for decades. It just, nothing works well anymore. He's still also operating the country. He's still also trying to maintain his relationships with other countries who have actually publicly spoken out against anti-Semitism, who have showed their support for Israel. And it doesn't matter to me if it's Bibi or Shmibi or Phoebe or Hebe. Anybody at this point in time, after what happened on October 7th, who has chosen, like Poland, to take a stance in Germany and stand up for Israel, I, my friend, acknowledge that and appreciate it. Because at this point, it isn't about politics. It's about who is willing to stand up for hate and who is willing to stand up for the truth. That is why a lot of the activism and the advocacy is so passionate about coming out of Israel, coming out of those who support Israel. It's not because I'm trying to be political. I don't talk about politics on this channel at all. I don't get into that. I'm talking about humanity. And so I also want to say thank you and a salute to Hungary and to Poland and to, of course, the United States and to anybody else, any of the European countries who have taken a stance with Israel. And if you haven't, and if you're corrupt, and if all you're trying to do is also mask your anti-Semitism with anti-Zionism, or you're the ICC, the ICJ, whatever you want to call it, you're just trying to find ways to, well, you're trying to find ways to find Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, find him guilty for committing crimes. Where are those crimes? Why is he still not behind bars if he has committed those crimes? It seems like everybody in the world has chosen to say that he's committing crimes, that he's doing everything against international law. Well, really, why isn't he arrested? Why isn't he arrested? Tell me. How long does it take? How long does it take? Why didn't South Africa arrest him over a year ago when Israel went there on a delegation where they were trying to basically admit that, or come to a conclusion that Israel was in fact committing a genocide? Really? Because very recently Hamas has subtly reduced the number of civilian casualties that they have actually reported. In fact, many of them have been transferred to the middle-aged men demographic, which is exactly what Hamas fighters are. And I don't see him behind bars. I still see him operating a country. I mean, if he's guilty of all of these things, why is he still the prime minister? Riddle me that. Please do. Please explain it to me. I'll wait. Thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you next video. If you want to continue the conversation, you can support my work for free. Discord does not cost a thing. It is the best way to connect with me and others who are seeking the truth. The link is in the description. But if you want to take it one step further, my Patreon gives you access to the Israel you don't see, uncovering the untold stories of what mainstream media does not show you. The link is in the description and it helps me to continue this work. Or if you're just looking to help this thing go, PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee is a really easy way to support me. This channel, this work does not happen without all of you. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you next time.